My name is Abby Fieldhouse, and this is a video of initial consultation and motivation questioning completed on the 12th of September 2022. I forgot the date. Okay. Hello, Adam.
Hi.
How you going?
Good.
Good. Okay, so we're just going to go through some screening documents today, just before we get you in the gym, just to make sure that we don't need to get any clearances, and just make sure that you haven't got any injuries or anything that we need to be aware of. Does that all sound okay?
Sounds great.
Cool. All right, so what's your date of birth?
10th of January.
Perfect. And yeah?
1990. Sorry.
I was like, and yeah. And obviously you're a male. And has your medical practitioner ever told you that you have a heart condition or suffered a stroke?
No.
Cool. Do you ever experience unexplained pains or discomfort in your chest or anything when you're exercising?
No.
No. Have you ever felt faint or dizzy or lost balance or anything during any physical activity?
No.
No. Cool. Have you ever had an asthma attack or required any immediate attention for breathing problems?
No.
No. Good. And diabetes, is that in your family, or have you had any trouble controlling any blood sugar or
No.
levels? No.
Yeah.
Good. And last one, do you have any other conditions that I need to be aware of that may impact your ability to exercise?
No. All good.
No. Sweet. And how many sessions are you doing at the moment per week, would you say?
Probably like 5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. And how long would they be?
About 30 minutes.
Yeah, good. And like, what type of intensity would that be at? Would you think like light, medium, hard?
Probably just like a light.
You were
light
just
one.
walking,
Yeah,
type
just
thing?
like decent, like sometimes a jog.
Yeah.
So maybe moderate for 1 or 2.
Cool. Right, I'll fix that up later. And now we'll just go into some questions about yourself.
Mhm.
So we've talked about your date of birth. So what's your occupation?
I work in sales.
Yeah, cool. Things are busy, obviously.
Yeah. Always.
What about your contact details?
Like phone number.
What's your street address?
Street address. We go 185.
Mm-hmm.
Genier Crescent. Sorry, I moved recently.
Crescent. Yeah. I really
In Para Hills.
Beautiful. And what's the postcode there?
5097.
Yeah. And your best contact number?
0404
Yeah.
275
Mm-hmm.
265.
Beautiful. And Sarah, just grab your email.
Yeah, sure. So it's Adam Elsom at gmail.com.
Cool. And in the case of an emergency, who should I contact?
So my parent, that'll be Tracy Elsom.
Yeah, perfect. And what's her best contact number?
So 0404
Mm-hmm.
737
Mm-hmm.
060.
Beautiful. Okay, so I guess in terms of your health and fitness goals, we're going to talk about SMART goals. So what would be your ultimate goal?
Sorry, through winter, probably ate a little bit too much, so probably
Mhm.
shed off a few kilos, maybe like 8 to 10 kilos or so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, so in order to do that, we'll probably use obviously scales, but not only scales, because sometimes that doesn't give you the best result, because you may be body recompositioning, but you may also not be dropping weight on the scale so much because you might be building on muscle.
Okay.
So we'll use measurements as well. So we will take your measurements, and then we'll track that as well as your scale weight.
Yep.
And I think we'll probably try and aim to lose about half a kilo a week. And we'll look at doing maybe 3 to 6 months.
Yep.
Type of time frame. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, sounds good. Got a wedding in about 7 months. So my sister's works great.
Oh, excellent. Okay, cool. And what about, are there any barriers that I need to know about? Like, are you time poor? Do you have children? Like, is there anything I
Probably
need to be
time
aware
for
of?
this one because, like I said, I only train for maybe 30 minutes, just where I can find the time.
Mhm.
So
Busy work schedule.
busy work schedule. Yeah, work a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like I've got a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah.
All sorts.
Cool. That seems to be the case for most people.
Yeah.
So, and is there anything that you need to be successful? Like, do you need an extra push, or do you need me to be motivational, or?
Yeah, sort of just keep me accountable, sort of thing. Yeah. So like those reminders, sort of through the week, like how I'm tracking with exercising, maybe.
Like basically what you need from it. Yeah. Cool. We have said that you are currently exercising. You're doing 5 sessions for about 30 minutes between easy and moderate, so that's cool. And then that's not applicable to you. Do you take any regular medication, like anything that I should be aware of?
No.
No? Cool. And we've talked about obviously chest pain and diabetes and all those other things before, but is there anything else that's happened? Like, have you had any serious injuries? Do you have any niggling injuries? Those types of things.
Got a rough ankle from playing sport when I was younger. But
okay. Yeah.
That's kind of it.
Cool. We can work on that. And then, how active is your job place? Is it sedentary, light, moderate?
Pretty sedentary. I'm in sales, so I'm at my desk most of the time. Yeah.
Yep. And how active is your day?
Pretty sedentary as well. I go on my walk, walk the dog, but other than that, just hang around at home a fair bit. That's why I need some bit of motivation.
Okay. And how many average hours do you sleep on a night time? Would you say?
Probably at least 7, 8.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, that's pretty good.
Sleep's not too bad.
It's better than me. I get like 5. In the past month, how often have you been physically restricted by your health, would you say? So basically never, all the way waking up to like more than 5, 6 times?
Nothing in the past month, yeah. No.
Cool. And then what about emotionally? Have you been emotionally affected by your health at all?
Yeah, once or twice, sort of get want to shed those kilos, and so when I'm like, I want to lose the kilos, but then I don't have the motivation myself, so.
And then I guess if you had to tell me about your diet, so there's 3 options here. So you feel that your diet is perfect and doesn't require anything that needs changing. You might be in the middle where you think your diet could, take it or leave it. You could need a little bit of improvement, or you think that your diet requires a number of changes. Whereabouts do you think that you sit?
Probably in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just a few little changes. I think I don't eat very often, but I eat like quite big meals.
Meals. Yep. Okay. So more so like 3 massive meals as opposed to 3 meals throughout the day.
Pretty decent brekkie, have like quite a number of coffees during the day, so might need to
cut
down the caffeine.
And what about exercise? It comes down to planning your exercise routine. How many times can you commit per week?
So for like the gym stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, so in the gym probably like at least 3 times a week.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I can make some changes with that. And then what about how long could you do? 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 60-minute sessions?
Definitely 30 to 45, yeah.
Yeah.
I can definitely try to put in some more time, because I'm trying to make this a bit more of a priority.
Do you prefer to train morning, during the day, end of the day?
Yeah, I find mornings, like if I sort of put it after work, I sort of have all day to make an excuse not to go, so.
Yeah, that's like me. I can't train in the afternoon. I get some people use it to like de-stress, but it just makes me stressed out thinking that I still have to like do that. And what day can you commit to training on? Like if you could pick your days, I have to obviously check my schedule, but if you could, in an ideal world, pick your days, where could you do it?
Probably like to space it out a little bit, so have like a day in between, so like Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah.
Like have those days in between to sort of
Beautiful.
recover kind of thing.
And then what fitness activities interest you? Like, does walking interest you? Running, cycling?
Yeah, I do walking at the moment. I quite enjoy my walking, so that's good. I might like to increase the intensity of it, so maybe a bit of running.
Running?
Just those kind of cardio machines, like the bike, the rowing machine.
Yeah.
Those ones.
Yeah. What about weights? Have you done anything with weights?
I use the machines a little bit at the gym when I used to go, but none of the like free weight kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to try it out, but
What
I
about
don't really have any ideas.
group exercises? Do you like HIIT training, swimming, stuff like that?
I've done some group training before, like with a mate. Then he stopped going, and again, that sort of motivation kind of thing, going with a friend, kind of dropped off. Yeah, so I kind of stopped going as well.
Yeah. Cool. And then what about, are there any personal circumstances? Like, do you have any religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs, anything like that that I should know about that may impact?
No.
Good. And in an ideal world, what intensity do you see yourself working at? If you could pick, like obviously that's my job and I will pick for you, but if you could pick, where would you like to sit?
I would like to increase my intensity a little bit. Like at the moment it's pretty low, just walking, pretty casual. But I would like to obviously increase intensity and hopefully that'll help me shed the kilos. Probably nothing too crazy. I'm not looking to be collapsing on the floor or anything. So maybe in between.
Okay, cool. And then what fitness activities don't interest you?
I mean, I don't think we'll be doing it, but swimming, not really a fan of swimming. But
no, it's just good to know.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. And then last but not least, we're just going to go through a motivational questionnaire. So just a bit of paperwork today, I'm sorry. So I guess the whole point of this questionnaire is just to get an idea of what support that you need from me, what situational factors I need to take into account. So like you said, you've got a busy work schedule. What's your personal life at home that may impact that as well? What's your, like, we'll talk about your dietary in a minute, but like how all of that will impact your motivation and make sure that you get to your session. So that's basically the idea of this one. So what are your expectations of the program with me?
I'm expecting to be a bit sore. I guess I do want to lose the 10 kilos, so I'm expecting to, it may not be 10 kilos straight up because I said I've got a couple of changes to make, but I'm expecting to lose a few.
Yeah, so basically your expectation of your sessions with me is to lose the weight that you want to lose.
Yeah, and like feel a little bit more energetic. I'm sure I will.
Cool. And then do you have any perceived barriers to exercise participation? So obviously we talked about time. Is that really the only thing?
That's kind of the biggest.
Yeah, stressful job, long working hours, those types of things. Yeah,
sitting down the whole time, I'd sort of, because I'm sitting down at work, I feel lazy, so I continue the laziness, I think. So we've talked about there's no personal factors, you don't have any other than your like little niggly ankle. There's no real serious injuries. No.
Yeah. So we've talked, really the situational factor mostly is work. There's no hobbies that you have outside of the gym that I should be aware of that may impact?
Nothing that impacts exercise, no.
Yeah, cool. Do you have social support system? So outside of myself, he'll obviously be your biggest cheerleader, but do you have social support at home as well that will be able to help you with this
I've
training?
got a few mates that train, like, do their own thing, so it'd be good to sort of reconnect with them about the same sort of, hobbies.
Cool. And then I guess, okay, so these are just kind of situational questions. So I'm going to read you the scenario and read you the options and you kind of tell me what suits you best. Kind of like a bit of personality profiling you've probably done at your job and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So my coping technique when I'm lacking motivation and the going gets tough is typically A, to persist through. So you can have a look at these two, using my own internal drive. B, persist through when someone else assists in holding me accountable. Or C, give in as it's all too hard.
Yeah, definitely persist through someone else holding me accountable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I've gone to the gym by myself before and it doesn't usually last too long. It's nice having someone else sort of kicking my butt.
Yeah, cool. And then my belief system and values surrounding exercise is that exercise is physically and mentally empowering and should be seen as a luxury, not a chore. So that's A. Or B, I understand the benefits physical activity provides, therefore I'm happy to exercise. Or C, I understand the benefits of physical activity provides but you still find exercise to be a little bit of a chore. Or D, I do not see the benefit in physical activity at all.
I definitely understand, like I totally know what exercise will do for you, make you feel better and energetic and all that. But it does feel like a chore to me sometimes.
It's still hard to get to.
Yeah.
So my typical attitude towards exercise is that you're excited and empowered, ready for the session ahead. Neutral, you're neither excited nor dreading it, or C, you completely dread the session ahead.
At the moment, I'm kind of dreading the higher intensity kind of stuff, but I'm excited to not dread it so much, hopefully.
Yeah, so the unknown really a lot at the moment. Yeah. And then which statement below best describes your feelings towards improving your exercise and nutrition habits? So A, you have no intention of changing your behaviour. B, you're aware that a problem exists but are yet to have commitment to change. C, you're aware a problem exists and intend on taking the action to address the problem. So that's kind of where I think you're sitting based on what we've talked about. D, you're actively modifying your behaviour right now. ABCDE. You've worked towards behaviour change and now feeling that new behaviours have replaced the old behaviours, or the last one, recently you've just fallen back into old patterns of behaviour. So you've kind of relapsed.
Yeah, I think I'm more towards that one where I'm starting to address the problem.
That's right, I think you are too, just based on what you've said. Excellent. Okay, so lastly, we're just going to go through your dietary habits questionnaire. So like I said, I'm really sorry about all the paperwork. But basically, these ones are just basically getting an idea of where your nutrition sits at the moment. There's obviously the major food groups. So I don't know if you've ever seen the Australian Dietary Guidelines, but basically that gives you an idea of how many serves based on your sex, your age, your activity level, those types of things, how many serves you should be eating of each.
Okay.
So we're just going to go through those questions to begin with, and then get an idea of your discretionary choices as well. So things like how much you're drinking, all of the fun foods, how much you're having of all of that, coffees, caffeine, all of those types of things, just to get a real picture of where you're sitting at the moment.
Sure.
And then based on the outcome of that, I may refer you on to a dietitian to also set you up with a meal plan, because it really is 80% nutrition, 20% exercise. So I can do everything that I can to get you as strong as I can in the gym, but if your diet isn't like helping with that, you're not going to see the results that you want to see.
Yeah, fine.
Okay. So special dietary requirements. Do you have any diseases or allergies or anything that I should be aware of?
No, I eat pretty much anything. Maybe too much of anything.
Okay, cool. How many serves of vegetables do you think that you're eating a day? So a serve being like half a cup of cooked vegetables, or a full cup of like salad vegetables, so like a full cup of like lettuce and leaves and those types of things.
I usually have at least 1 to 2, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Perfect.
So I'd probably go more towards the 2.
Yeah, excellent. How many serves of fruit do you have a day, would you say? So fruit being like a medium apple.
Yeah,
or
I usually have I bring a piece of fruit to my desk and have that as like a snack, so usually just one.
Just the one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then what about breads and cereals? So things are like, if you think one serve is one slice of bread, how many like pieces of bread or like cup of cereal or something like that?
I usually eat cereal for breakfast, so that's probably at least 1 a serve, and I'll have a sandwich during the day, so that's 2 serves, so probably up to 3 at least 2 or 3.
2 or 3, yeah. Okay. Do you have any other forms of carbohydrates? Like, where's your dairy sitting, I guess, at the moment? Like how
dairies, like I probably have, like I said, with my cereal, so I have milk, and I do have.
Would you have like half a cup of milk, do you think?
Yeah, probably about half a cup. Yeah. And then I have decent amount of coffees during the day, so that's a bit of milk too, so probably like 2 to 3 serves at least. So you have milky coffees. Yep. Okay, very good. And then what about meat alternatives? Meat alternatives, I should say. So meat, I think we all have 2 bigger serves, so this should be interesting. So it's kind of like about 65 grams of cooked lean protein. So if you think about things like your palm size, that's kind of a 1 serve of meat, of lean cooked meat. How many serves would you have if you're looking at that? Oh, probably at least 3.
Yeah. Cool. All right, and then my favorite, which I always like to know, is your discretionary choices. So this is actually across the week as opposed to across the day.
Okay.
So how many snacks do you have a day that would be in the discretionary end? So your chocolate biscuits, your like rice crackers, those types of things.
In a day, so like I bring like a little snack pack of chips, and I have that at my desk as well with my piece of fruit. So I sort of balance it out maybe. Usually have a bit of dessert after dinner as well, so I have my big portion pretty early on, and then I kind of do get snacky a bit later toward the night. Then I'll find some biscuits in the pantry, or I'll have a bit of ice cream or something like that. So probably like maybe 3 a day. Okay,
so then across the week,
Across the week, getting up towards like 20 or something.
20. What about alcohol? Do you drink?
I have like maybe a few with my friends on the weekend, so like maybe like 3 a week, maybe on average.
Okay, all right. All right, so thank you for that. It can be a little bit confronting having conversations like that. But it is important to discuss about it, because it does give me a full picture just based on everything that we've talked about. So based on what we've talked about, I do think, whilst I don't need to refer you to out before I start training you, I do think that I need to refer you on to a dietitian, just so that we're both getting you're getting all the results that you want. As a personal trainer, I can guide you based on the guidelines, but I can't give you like specialized meal plans or anything like that. So I do think you'll benefit from speaking with someone like that who'll be able to actually write your specialized program that's bespoke to you. However, what I will say is I do think to begin with, try and increase your vegetable and your fruit intake. So you should be trying to get up to about 6 serves of vegetables a day and at least 2 serves of fruit a day. So try and at least look at increasing those things. Your breads and cereal serves are quite low, so you want to be just based on your sex, your energy levels once we start training and those types of things, and your age, you should really be looking at to about 6 serves of those breads and cereals and that type of thing, just to give you the energy that you need. And then your discretionary choices, try and just bring those in a little bit, along with your alcohol servings as well. Okay, and then that will, as a starting point, that will help. But like I say, the dietitian will actually go through all of that with you anyway and give you a real bespoke meal plan set for you. Does that sound okay?
Sounds great.
Excellent. All right, so now we'll look at getting you ready for your first session.
Awesome.